Good morning. My name is Leslie Williams, and today's date is May 16th, 2012. And this is what is going to be known as a tidbit file in reference to flashpoints, in reference to what is happening towards me still in San Diego, California. Recently, an organization that is online that is called the Informer Reports. It's an organization that advocates and exposes concerning organized stalking and targets of organized stalking. Well, they synthesized some of my videos together and put them online in reference to on their webpage and their YouTube channel. Ever since then, SDSU and USD has picked up on their organized stalking expedition on a feverish scale, and they're also now trying to sensitize me to things that are that they haven't usually been doing. Now, usually they've been engaging in physical gestures like putting your hands to your face as they walk by me, or lifting up their hand and putting it like this as they're walking by me, or doing this, and coughing, synchronized coughing, back-to-back coughing, and direct conversation tactics. Now what they're doing is a result of them not knowing exactly who might be at the library, in the library at any given moment, since this is still getting, it is also getting more public exposure online as well. People in San Diego are vlogging about it, and it's starting to also spread like wildfire on the campus itself, because they're getting so many people to engage in these organized stalking expeditions. People are talking. Now, here's the thing. So what they're doing now, I've made videos before about how they form association for in a target's mind in reference to how they sensitize targets to specific things, like putting their hands to their face. And this is done so they can then get around the target constantly, no matter where a target's at, next to a computer, sitting down at a computer. They'll sit down and across from them or next to them and do this or do this, or they'll engage in the coughing. And so, but now what they're doing is standing around me and whispering to get my attention. What they'll do is stand around me and then be real loud. So I'll look up, and then when I look up, they'll do this, and then they'll start whispering, okay, and then go back and do this. And that's to try and sensitize me now to whispering, because what goes on in libraries? Whispering. Yeah. Or they'll walk by me and do this. Yeah. See, they form associations for sensitization in the target's mind, okay, by engaging in behaviors they're already sensitized to, and then pairing it, which means doubling it, with the second behavior. And this is done to sensitize the target to specific sounds, verbal statements, or physical gestures. And why do they do that? Because that's part of the stalking. That's why people out in the community they're not able to understand or witness or see with their eyes that a target's being harassed overtly, okay? Because they sensitize targets to normal things, like physical gestures, verbal statements, and sounds, like clearing your nose, like that, okay? And as a result of the target being sensitized, they'll then repeat verbal statements. The verbal statements they're sensitized to, the physical gestures they're sensitized to, and the sounds like coughing, clearing your nose. And now they're trying to sensitize me to whispering, because all these things are normal things, okay? And that's why people in the area that are not involved in organized stalking, or don't know that a target's being organized stalked, don't know what's going on towards the target. And I'm going to give you another tidbit of information what they're doing. Remote neural monitoring is done to stimulate mental, emotional, and physiological responses that have already been anchored, okay, to a target, okay? And what they're also using it for is monitoring purposes, so they can monitor where a target is processing about going. If a target thinks to themselves, I'm going to go to Walmart, they then know where to put the organized stalkers along a target's route on their way there. But they're also using remote neural monitoring to ascertain how a target is responding mentally to harassment. So they can then, if they see a target is responding mentally to a specific type of harassment, or a specific thing that's been done, or a specific person that's been used, they'll make sure that they continue to use that on a more escalated scale. Case in point, they sensitize the target to this, because human trafficking is involved. Okay, and you got to remember, a lot of targets are raped, they're sexually assaulted, and when they're sexually assaulted or raped, certain things are done during that trauma purposely to form associations in the target's mind, so they can then get along a target's path and repeat the things that were brought about towards the target while they were being sexually assaulted. So then what they'll do is either put their hands to their crotch like this, or they'll put their finger to their mouth like this, because this has got sexual overtures, especially when it's deliberate. So what they're doing now is getting people in the library that work at the library to sit at reference staff and circulation staff and deliberately do this. The other day one of them did it, and I had a mental response to it, okay, because they know I'm religious. Okay, so I had a mental response to it because I experienced it along my path as well. They'll do this, and then they'll bring it along to their face like this, and then they'll do this. Because they want to make it look like they're just normal physical gestures that normal people do. That's why people that are on the trolley, when I'm experienced by an organized stalker on the trolley, the people that are sitting in their seats don't know what's going on. Okay, and then when a guy does this at the reference desk at USD, right across from me, I know what he's doing, but other people that are walking in and out that aren't part of this don't know what he's doing, okay? And this is done to form a mental picture in my mind in reference to a penis being by my mouth, okay? Yeah, So when they see I have a mental response to it because I know what they're up to, okay? Google organized stalking and finger to mouth, yeah. Look at how many responses you'll get. And since I know what they're up to, and since I'm religious, okay? And since I've been sexually exploited by firefighters and police officers in 2 different states, they know I know what's going on. Okay, so they seen I had a mental response to it, so now they're doing that. Even still using the same exact person who incited the mental response the other day. And this individual has their own office inside USD Library. He's a short white guy. Yeah. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm not a troublemaker. I'm just exposing this crime so people and the public can be aware of what's happening towards me. Because if they'll do this to a learning disabled woman, think about their nature. They're directly connected to human trafficking rings, sexual servitude rings, and prostitution rings, trust fund liquidation, property co-opting, land co-opting, identity theft, and so much more. Okay? And they know I'm exposing it, and they know that people are getting online exposing it in my name as well. And they don't like it. So they figure they'll just keep up the escalation. They'll just escalate the campaign, form new sensitizations, and make sure that they monitor all my cyber activities as far as looking up lawyers and stuff, and head that off at the pass by using the power positions in the community they're connected to, and that I'll never get help, and as a result, I just got to continue to suffer what they're doing. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm not suffering nothing. I'm here to expose this crime. They can gang stalk me and organize stalk me all they want. I flat out don't care. I'm here to expose what's happening towards me so the community at large can understand the expeditions and who's involved. The University of San Diego Library and the University of San Diego campus is directly engaged in organized stalking towards me. And they're doing it now in La Palma. It's a place where you can go to get food at. It's like a little restaurant. They're doing it everywhere I go on USD campus. I gotta go. This is what is known as a tidbit file. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California, and today's date is May 16, 2012.